Hey everyone, Mark here from Snow Only. I just wanted to help everyone today by giving a little insight into the information that I use when I'm speaking to buyers, because there's a lot of information out there. It's not by any means 900% accurate, but it's 99% accurate. And I think it would help a lot of buyers understand ski areas, heights, altitude, etc., etc. So I picked up this amazing The Mountains of France Resort guide a few years back. Maybe it wasn't that long actually. And then I use it, the information on here, because it gives a lot of information about resorts, altitudes, etc., which I'm going to share with you today. So feel free, if you want this information, just to email me at info@snowonly.com, and then I can just email the PDF over to you, because it's a super easy guide to use. So here we go. I will just add this to the stage. Bear with me. I hope everyone can see it. Please feel free to take a screenshot of the information. So the information provided on here on one section that I use are the ski areas on the left-hand side, the resorts that are within the ski areas, the heights of the towns, and then to the top stations. And I'm sure people are going to say, oh, that's slightly inaccurate, but it is a guide, and it's 99% accurate. The kilometers of pistes and the number of pistes. Less so the number of pistes that we need, but I do think the other ones give a really good overview in terms of why people buy and what draws their attention to these particular resorts. So if we start from the top, very, very simply, the Three Valleys, one of the most well-known ski areas in the world and the largest ski area in the world. So the Three Valleys have made up on the left, Courchevel, Latania, working our way across, Maribel, Bride-le-Bain, Orel, Saint-Martin-de-Belleville, Les Menuires, Val Thorens, and then obviously there's a few other satellite resorts in there. But the height of these resorts makes such a difference. So as you can see for the Three Valleys, it goes from 1,100 meters up to 3,230 meters and has 600 kilometers of pistes. And if we want to go there, number of pistes, 342. Now, because it's obviously such a large ski area and the height is obviously very good, it draws a lot of people to that area, which generally means the price of the property goes higher, the rental goes higher, and they are very, very well known. So there's obviously a lot of demand. If we come down and go to the other end of the Alps, the top end of the Alps, we have the Porte du Soleil, which is again 600 kilometers of piste and has, I've just come back from Morzine actually, has an amazing summer activity. But something that we obviously look at is the fact that it's only up to 2,460, which is around 770, I think, meters lower than the Three Valleys. Not to say that it doesn't obviously get a good snow coverage, but you can just see what sometimes drives a little bit of the demand. With so much discussion over climate change, the people that want the skiing want the higher resorts. And those higher resorts, as you can see here, are generally the Three Valleys, the Paradis Ski, which is La Plaine Les Arcs, maybe the most well-known. And then you have, where's the other one? Teen Val d'Isère, Espace Killy, up to 3,456. You can obviously get the funicular up to Grand Mott. Alpe d'Huez Domain, which is at 3,330. So those areas get a little bit more demand because of the skiing. Now, if skiing isn't necessarily your thing, and we have a lot of buyers that are kind of shying away from the skiing, they just want to be in the mountains for the summer, then you can obviously use the likes of the Porte du Soleil or the Everson ski areas as such, which is slightly lower but provide so much activity in the summer. But I think at the moment there is obviously a flip towards people want to get to altitude to get the best snow. So this is a superb guide to kind of show these things, where the resorts are. There's some other information in those in this in terms of maps of obviously where the resorts are. I can send that over to people. But this is just to give people a general overview of the ski areas and the resorts that are within the ski areas, because not everyone, like me, speaks about skiing every day, and people obviously want to gain a little bit of knowledge. So I think this is a really, really good spreadsheet just to show where everything is. All it is a little bit of additional information for our ski buyers, just to help them with the guide, and hopefully Snow Only can provide that. So if you want this guide sent to you, info@snowonly.com. Happy to oblige. Just send me a message and I will send it back to you, and then you have it, and then it's a nice reference to the ski areas and the ski resorts and where they are, the altitude and the kilometers speed. So hope that helps everyone. Very, very quick video, but something that I use quite a lot, and I hope it's useful to everyone. Cheers. Bye.